two ways, you see. You either grow sideways or grow taller. The weight is the same. I'm just using the principle to explain. You put less, then we expect you to have more respondent. If you have less respondent, you can have a wider spectrum. But the total weight is the same. The theory of balancing. Okay, JB side, please. Just now there was some question asked. So the JB side, do you have anything that you like to post?
Okay, we understand what you mean by we have to really work closely with the supervisor, especially when we do chapter 1 to 3, and then just don't do in without consulting first. We got that. I would like to know what are the things that we are really expected to do. Let's say, shall we actually choose a topic where there is not many people that has done before, and then we work independently on it, and then with some secondary data to support it? Or shall we choose something like more specific, to a certain extent where we actually narrow down like into a very niche kind of industry or specific region of the country? Then I got a bit confused, like how should we actually channel or proceed, in which direction is better?
Okay, I would say the determining factors will be on your online search for the Google Scholar or Quassia. As I told you, you need to work out your variables in pair and try to do a search of the 15 citations. That will be a very good platform for you to determine. Because whatever you do, you'll be depending on the extensive coverage of your citation, 15 citations. You know the meaning of citation? I think I have no choice but to go into the practical aspect now. Let's see. I'm going to take you all through the search by using this Google Scholar. Yeah? The entire research work of your project is depending very strongly on the causation. Causation again is related to causal relationship. I wish you all spend more time to understand this word, causation, cause and effect. When you have certain outcome, there must be some certain causes, otherwise it won't happen. Why are some people so rich? Why are some people so poor? There must be some reason. There are many factors, of course, involving luck as well, and opportunity, in addition to many others. Yeah? That explains we are also having two eyes. How come some people are millionaire? How come we are not? Other than luck, opportunity, there are other factors. Some are probably inherited from parents. Some are opportunity, which can be explained by many reasons. So, okay, coming back to here, I need to go through again. Are you having your Google Scholar? There's a switch somewhere. Okay, I'm going through the Google Scholar. Can you get ready, Google Scholar? This is the simplest and also free of charge. Okay, get it? JB and KL, Google Scholar. Now it depends on what you like to study. Let's say I'm looking at one sample taken from your senior. I think he studied about TQM and business performance. TQM, meaning to say if you are going to perform well, make sure that the quality is good. So I'm just saying that TQM, total quality, or we put quality and performance. Quality and just in general. Quality and performance in brief. Of course, you can change it. You see that? The moment you put in the keywords in tab, you are going to have a lot of articles. So you have to be selective. Just scroll it down to the bottom. Can you see that at the bottom here? There are at least 10 more slides for you to glance through. So assuming that one page you have 10 articles and there are 10 slides. So you are altogether having 100 to choose, and it can be more. What you need to do is to search the most important 15 citations which are suitably matched with what you want. Let's say you are talking about total quality management performance of a furniture manufacturing factory in Johor. One student did that before, 2 years ago. Total quality management and the performance of a furniture manufacturer in Johor. So you choose any of the researchers talk about total quality and performance in other industry, in other country. So you select the total list of those and then choose the best 15. And student came and see me last month, actually a real story. She printed like 20 pages, whole stack, She said, sir, I'm lost. I printed as what you have told me, 20, whole stack of papers. Which is not the right, that's not working smart. This student work very hard. Now, I purposely use this as a real case. What you should do is to look at the conclusion of that article on the findings. You know the findings? You know what's findings? From the journal articles, what are the learning experience? Whether is it valid that the quality will determine performance? If they are shown the result, that is a citation. There must be a statement. Therefore, it's concluded that in order to perform well, you have to make sure the manufacturer, we have to ensure there's a quality. We just need that statement. That's why we call citation. So the statement itself, you have the keywords of quality and the performance. We just need that line only, not the whole paragraph. And some student came with like 100 pages of this table, put everything. I say this is copycat. What we need will be the paraphrase, Just a line, 1 or 2 lines or the key. And normally you can search towards the end, the conclusion, or the implication of that article. You don't go to the front, or the statistical, or that. You don't have to pick it up. You pick at the result. Just like when you watch a movie between one couple, you're more interested at the end, are they going to be together or separated? Right? You go for a love story movie. Is that your objective? Are they going to be together or separated? So the same happen, any relationship between PQM and also performance. If yes, this is the citation. Means you have evidence supporting this relationship. We need to have many pairs of the supporting bonding kind of verification for the research. So we just need the evidence. Don't go and copy everything. Are you getting what I mean? So from here, you just have to compile. As I can show you the page 50 of your book. You are lucky to have this book. It has made explanation easier. Page 50. So just tabulate according to this, but of course not so wordy. What we expect will be the statement. From this, there's an evidence showing that there's a link between quality and performance. If you can get up to 15, if you can't, that means this is not a topic for you to choose to answer your question. And you may be very lucky, some of this journal, there will be attachment of a questionnaire. That is the questionnaire that you should adopt. And there's a difference between journal and book. Do you know that? I think you have to be intrinsically convinced the difference between book and journal. Books are normally historical, and books are normally by the Westerners. You are writing a research based on the Asian environment. So by looking into journal, you are going to see Asian researcher, or Southeast Asian researcher, or Malaysian Singapore researcher working something similar to yours. Where in Malaysia, there's no one focusing on the niche of what you're interested in. That is where you have a gap. In the, what you call the table of content, we have highlighted you need to show a knowledge gap. There is no one from Indonesia, from Singapore, from Vietnam have shown that TQM is important in determining performance of my F&B business, for example. They may have done it in other industry, but no one has ever done it in the F&B industry. That is what you should be focusing. Have I answered your question, JB?
Yes.
I can't give you definite answer. I will say both are workable, provided you have run through the the online search to establish your 15 citations, and then email over for comment. Then only we can guide you which is the best. As I said, we are using the approach of causation, CAUSATION, cause and effect. Everything of what you do is not by fortune telling. No, we forget about the word of by luck, by chance. No, everything must be with evidence. The moment people did similar research, they will be putting you on a very strong footing and ground to proceed. The moment you move along that direction, you'll be very strong and steady. So you leverage on the past work done, and extend from there.
Okay, thanks.
Any more
I think
questions?
I got one.
Yes. So searching through the online search engine using your past, your keywords will be the most important step. There's no time to be wasted. And of course, it will be also good testing experience to see whether you are the type who can be selective or not. You don't go to the shopping mall and buy everything. You have to select according to your budget. How much time do you have? 3 months. So you have to quickly search out the 15 citations, simplify it, see whether you can formulate, crystallize it into a framework. I like to use the example of chemistry. You have a cup or glass of water, sweet water, syrup. You put it in the, what they call boiling. You boil it. After 1 or 2 hours, what will you see? The water will reduce, right? And at the end, you will see sugar crystallize or salt crystallize. So the same approach of doing the citation. At the end, you have to crystallize it to formulate your framework, your research framework, to see whether how many lines. All these will come from your literature. It's not up to me to say. It will be depending on how you search. And that is where a lot of students are lacking. As I told you, you should not have a fear. You don't have to travel to Canada, you don't have to travel to Japan to ask for a journal. So everything is within your finger touch. 24 hours, 7 days a week. So no excuse on why you can't. We don't expect you to go to the moon, nor climb the ladder in the University Malaya Library. To look for old journals. So everything has been digitized. So you should clear yourself psychologically to be very confident that you can do a good job. You can do a good job, provided you really understand what has been explained earlier. Okay, you can have a 5 minutes break. 5 minutes break.
Kita sampai sekarang ke? Alamak. Oh, that's why you have to redo. For research paper. Oh God.
shit, Mr. Samuel. And I go, oh, shit. That's why my class, my classmate all nobody want to come over. Let's come lah.
Sebab cukup orang rumah.
Eh, nobody wants to come because he sometimes
Your classmate also are you the same batch one also?
my batch, everyone. Suddenly email him, okay, so I want next week, chapter 4 to 5, since you are trying to submit the full 8 chapter by 31st December, all your classmates, okay, I defer you know, so I'm supposed to defer timeline, right? But then because everyone's supposed to say,
Kenapa kita jumpa dulu?
This one I'm surprised I see you.
then she says, we discuss with them.
Ganjang.
Nampak hitam?
This one ah? Laptop one or phone?
Tak ada iPhone.
Ya.
Tak ada.